NBA Friday is here, and for today, I've got my favorite 3 plays on the board with all of the stats, all of the breakdowns, all of the analysis that you need to know before the games tip off tonight. Now, guys, I am super excited about today's video. You see, I spent several hours last night making several different adjustments, several different updates to my NBA betting model, and we went 6-2 overall with those updates in my VIP community just yesterday. And for today, for this video, the model already spit out 3 absolute bangers for you today in this video. So make sure to hit the like button and subscribe to this channel, because if we hit 10 likes on today's video, I'm going to go ahead and throw in a bonus pick into the next video. So tap like, tap subscribe. Let's get it going. Now, before we dive into today's picks, we do have to recap how yesterday went on this channel. And unfortunately, it was not our day on the channel. It might have been one of the most annoying days we've ever had on the channel. Jaylen Brown didn't even bother to play. Mamu didn't even bother to show up. And LeBron went back in time and balled out like it was 2016, 10 years ago. So things did not go well on this channel, which unfortunately does happen from time to time. But I do intend to make it up to you guys. Again, we did go 6-2 in my VIP community just yesterday. That is where I post my very, very best picks every single day, usually 5 or more picks every single day. And to make up for yesterday's dud right here on YouTube, I am giving everybody a 3-day pass in my VIP community for $1. $1. You are going to get a free, or you are going to get a 3-day pass in my community for just $1. And by the way, guys, the VIP community, that's not just where I post my best picks. It's also where the boys are hanging out, talking sports basically all day and night, like we're at the bar and the clock just never hits bar close. Obviously, right now with it being the Masters, golf is a very, very hot topic in the chat. This is also where we are celebrating our wins together as a family. We're lamenting our losses together as our family. Basically, this is where we're sweating our plays together as a family pretty much every single night. Guys, this is also where we are hosting monthly contests and monthly giveaways. We just wrapped up our March Madness brackets. The top 2 scorers in those each received a $50 gift card to Amazon, even though it cost them nothing to participate in the contest. In April, we are going to be doing an NFL mock draft competition where the top scorer in that contest is going to receive some really awesome prizes. Haven't landed yet on what the prize is going to be, but it's going to be awesome, and it doesn't cost anything for them to enter the contest. In the past, we've done a ton of autographed jersey giveaways, like you can see on the screen here, some really good ones. Drew Brees, Jamar Chase, Justin Jefferson, Alvin Kamara, Derrick Henry several times. Lots of really cool autographed jerseys that we've given away in these contests, and we do this every single month inside this community. So guys, in short, this is where 267 sports fans are hanging out, talking ball, and ultimately we're turning sports into daily money-making opportunities. So go ahead, use the link that is in the description of today's video, go down to the 3-day pass and enter promo code $, and you're going to see it drop from $9.99 down to 99 cents. $1 is going to get you into our 3-day pass. Okay, now, without further ado, let's go ahead and get into the best 3 NBA bets that you are going to find today. Again, these are fresh bets off my freshly updated NBA betting model that just went 6-2 yesterday. The first one that we are going to start with is a Wisconsin boy through and through, Mr. Con Knuppel. Unfortunately, we have to kind of root against him in today's video because we are taking the under on 21.5 points plus assists tonight, 6 p.m. against the Detroit Pistons. Now, when you pop this one up, you are going to see that he has been cold lately over his last 10 games. He has 18 or fewer PA in 7 out of his last 10. So 70% of the time, he's averaging just 17.9 per game, and the line is set at 21.5. He's been ice cold. He's well under the number that they're looking for. You'll see that his shooting has come down quite a bit. Now, on the season, you're going to see that Knuppel is shooting 48% on field goal attempts, 43% on three-point attempts, and 89% on free throw attempts. However, during this cold stretch over his last 10, he has been ice cold from the field. Just 40% on his field goals, 37% on his three-pointers, and even his free throws are down to just 71%. So call it hitting a rookie wall, call it what you will, but he has been ice cold over his last 10 games. Now, you'll also see that Knuppel has failed to exceed 21.5 points plus assists in 7 out of his last 9 games, where he has gone up against top 10 defenses for assists allowed. And guys, tonight he is going up against the Detroit Pistons, who are not only top 10, these guys are top 3 in both statistical categories. They rank number 3 in the NBA in points allowed and number 1 in the NBA in assists allowed. They're the best in the business when it comes to limiting assists, and there are only 2 teams in the NBA that are better than the Pistons when it comes to limiting points. Same thing goes when you look at how they perform against Knuppel's position, small forward. They rank 3rd and 1st once again in points and assists allowed. Top 3 defense, brutal matchup. That is a good thing when you're considering the under on Knuppel, 21.5 points plus assist. And of course, once you take a look at the market, you'll see that the market is mostly in alignment, mostly in agreement that the lean should be towards the under on this particular prop. ProfitX has it at minus 130, as does FanDuel. Novig has it at minus 127. Guys, Novig and FanDuel are 2 very heavy influencers when it comes to market analysis. Both of them are very confident, very bullish that Knuppel is going to land under 21.5. The Score and Caesars both have it at minus 125. Underdog, of course, 120. PrizePicks 119, and then DraftKings 116. Very, very confident market that Knuppel will land under 21.5 points plus assists. So that's pick number 1 for today. Now, pick number 2 is going to be a little bit more exciting, right? We don't really love rooting for unders. It's not the most exciting way to spend your evening, even if that's where the data points. So now we are going to flip it over to an over, right? This is going to be more fun to root for. This is going to be more fun to sweat out. And that pick is Amen Thompson to go over 22.5 points plus assists. So we're going back-to-back points plus assist on today's video, but it's Amen Thompson over 22.5. You are going to see a lot of green on the board when you look at his last 10. He has 23 or more PA in 7 out of his last 10 games, so 70% of the time, averaging 23.7 per game. So a full 1 over where the line is currently set at 22.5. In fact, take a look at what he's done recently. He actually has 23 or more PA in each of his last 6 games. He's 6 for 6 since March 31st. He has yet to fall under 23 PA in any game that he's played in April. Okay, 25, 24, 25, 25, 30, 23. Balling out over his last 6 games. Even if you wanted to zoom out to his last 20, he's hitting the mark 75% of the time in his last 20, going all the way back to early March. So going back a whole month, he is hitting this prop 75% of the time. He's averaging 25.1 per game during that time. That's almost 3 full points over where the line is currently set. Now, the matchup is kind of interesting because on the surface, overall, there's nothing that's particularly exciting about the matchup. He's going up against the Minnesota Timberwolves. They rank 11th in the NBA in points allowed, 10th in the NBA in assists allowed. So they're a top 10, top 11 defense in both statistical categories. However, when you look at how the Timberwolves perform against Amen Thompson's position, which is small forward, things are looking up. Okay, they rank 23rd in the NBA in points allowed to small forwards. There are only 7 teams in basketball that allow more points to small forwards than the Minnesota Timberwolves. That is great news if we're considering the over. Furthermore, they rank 18th in the NBA in assists allowed. So much more mediocre when it comes to assists allowed to small forwards. So there is some optimism as far as the matchup goes for Amen Thompson. In fact, you'll see that 7 out of the last 9 small forwards that have gone up against the Minnesota Timberwolves have gone over on their PA prop. Furthermore, you take a look at how the public is treating this game, you will see that everybody and their mother is hammering the over. Okay, 77% of bet slips that have come in is on the over in this game. 96% of money. I have never seen this number this high before, ever. In all my time doing this, I've never seen it this high. 96% of money is currently on the over. That means public bettors are hammering the over. Sharp bettors in particular are hammering the over. And what that means is that we should be expecting a higher scoring environment than originally expected. That is good news if you're considering the over on Amen Thompson. Furthermore, 51% of bets and 59% of money is on the Rockets to cover the spread. So not only are we expecting a higher scoring environment, but we're expecting a higher scoring environment, particularly on the Rockets side of the ball. All of that is terrific news when you're considering the over on Amen Thompson, over 22.5 points plus assists. Last but not least, you'll take a look. You are going to find a very, very bullish, very, very confident market that Amen Thompson will land at 23 or more points or assists. Sleeper has it at minus 143, Profit X minus 132, Fliff, FanDuel, both at minus 130, Novig minus 129. Then you got Caesars at minus 122. Basically everybody between DraftKings, PrizePicks, The Score, Underdog, Caesars, Novig, FanDuel, Fliff, Profit X, and Sleeper all landing between minus 118, minus 143. Very, very confident, very, very bullish pick. We really like Amen Thompson over 22.5 points plus assists. If I had to pick one out of the two, I like the Amen Thompson pick even more than I like the Con Knuppel pick. So, guys, I am taking both of these picks over on Betr. And here's why. If you use code BBSMikey when joining Betr, you are going to get $200 in sign-up bonuses. Who doesn't want a free $200 to play with? You're also going to get tonight's free winner, which is Jiri Prochazka over 0.5 significant strikes. I don't know a single thing about Ultimate Fighting. I couldn't tell you a single thing about this matchup, but I do know it's a free winner that you can add to your lineup to increase your multiplier just by using code BBSMikey. Okay, so you're going to get a $200 bonus, a free winner that you can plug right into your lineup, and if that wasn't enough, anytime somebody joins one of my apps using my code BBSMikey, I automatically hook you up with 30 days free in that VIP community that I was telling you about that just went 6-2 last night. So a lot of different reasons to try out Betr. Again, the slip that we're looking at is Con Knuppel less than 21.5 points plus assist and Amen Thompson over 22.5 points plus assist. Guys, if you want to try out Betr, the link is right in the description of this video. Enter promo code BBSMikey, collect all of the free goodies. It's kind of a no-brainer if you think about it. All right, last but not least, arguably my favorite pick of the entire video is Scotty Barnes to go over 5.5 assists. Now, we're not taking this on PrizePicks, we're not taking this on Underdog, but we are hammering this over on Novig, which I'll tell you about in just a minute if you're not familiar. Now, as for the pick itself, Scotty Barnes over 5.5 assists, really, really bullish on this one. You'll see that he has 6 or more assists in 10 out of his last 12 games. So 83% of the time, dating all the way back to March 20th, he is going over 5.5 assists. He's averaging 8.83 per game during that time. So almost 3 full assists more than where the line is currently set at. Obviously looking good. Now, I'm not going to sugarcoat it for you guys. The matchup is absolutely brutal. This is a top 6, top 8 matchup. And it's going to be a tough one here for Scotty Barnes. He's going up against the Knicks. They do rank number 6 in the NBA when it comes to assists allowed. In fact, they rank 8th in the NBA when it comes to assists allowed to power forwards. But here's the thing. I told you that over the last 12 games, he's been hot. He's hit it in 10 out of his last 12. That is going to include 8 assists against the Boston Celtics just 5 days ago, which, by the way, is the 4th ranked defense in basketball. He also put 12 assists on the Detroit Pistons just 10 days ago, which is the number 1 ranked defense in all of basketball. He put 15 on Orlando just a few days before that, about 15 days ago. He put 15 assists on the Orlando Magic. They're a top 8 ranked opponent in all of basketball. And then he also put 6 assists on the Phoenix Suns just 19 days ago, the 6th ranked defense in all of basketball. Guys, all 4 of those top 8 defenses have been within the last 12 games. So, yes, is tonight's matchup tough? Yes. Is he balling over his last 12, particularly against tough matchups? Yeah. Not only is he hot over his last 12 games, he's doing it against defenses that are as good or better than the New York Knicks. Okay. You're also going to see that each of the last 6 power forwards that have come up against the New York Knicks have been able to hit the over on their assists prop. All of that is good news. You're also going to see that 77% of bets, 67% of money is hitting the over on this Raptors versus Knicks contest. All of that is good news, good signs if you're considering Scottie Barnes over 5.5 assists. Last but not least, this is where things get the most exciting on this particular prop. You are going to see an extremely, extremely confident, extremely bullish market. Hard Rock has this thing all the way at minus 155. It's basically a lock on Hard Rock. That rhymed, which was cool. Sleeper has it at minus 152, Fliff 140, The Score 140, BetMGM 140, Caesars 137, FanDuel 136, DraftKings 135, Kalshi 130, BetRivers 127. Everybody has it between minus 127 and minus 155. And then you get Novig. Novig is by far my very favorite place to play because of this specifically, and it happens all the time, guys. Novig is routinely among the best payouts that you can possibly get when you are submitting your picks. When I am sending out my VIP picks to my Discord server every single day, usually there's 2 or more that are specific to Novig. So I'm not taking this on PrizePicks. I'm not taking this on Underdog. I'm hammering it on Novig because of the payout that you're going to get here. You're going to get it at minus 106 odds. That is very, very normal for Novig, by the way, to have the best price in the market. Also, the really cool thing about Novig is that it's not like PrizePicks where you need to have 2 or more picks in your slip to be able to submit an entry. Even if you live in a state that doesn't allow playing on sportsbooks like I do, I live in Wisconsin, I can't play on BetMGM or Caesars or any of those. Novig is not a sportsbook. It is a prediction market, but it operates like a sportsbook. So if you love Scottie Barnes over 5.5 assists, you can play just Scottie Barnes over 5.5 assists. You don't need a second entry. So guys, best prices, you can play one-man lineups, and if all of that wasn't enough, enter my code BBSMikey, and Novig is going to hand you $50 when you spend just $5. So if you threw $5 on any random bet and it crashed and burned, you're still up $45 because they're handing you $50 free if you spend just $5. Code BBSMikey, guys. Novig is by far my favorite place to play. And if you do join my VIP group, I send out 2+ Novig specific plays pretty much every single day. So to recap, we like Con Knuppel under 21.5 points plus assist, with Amen Thompson over 22.5 points plus assists. We're taking both of those over on Betr. Use code BBSMikey for $200 in bonuses, a free gift, and 30 days in my VIP community. And then we're also taking Scottie Barnes over 5.5 assists at minus 106 odds over on Novig. Use code BBSMikey. You're going to get $50 when you just spend $5, and you're also going to get 30 days free inside my VIP community. Join both Betr and Novig. You're getting 60 days free. Kind of a no-brainer. Big time win-win if you think about it. That's all I got for you guys today. If you like the content, be sure to hit the like button on today's video. Again, if we get to 10 likes on today's video, I'm going to throw a bonus pick into my next video. Be sure to subscribe to the channel, turn on notifications, guys. We're about to start creating MLB and baseball videos with the NBA season winding down. There's going to be new videos coming out as frequently as possible. And yeah, tap like, tap subscribe, but that's all I got for you guys today. Good luck out there. Let's make some money.